Welcome everyone to the iRacing virtual track of Daytona International Super Speedway for 90 laps, round 9 of 10 in the regular season. I am Joshua Medlock on the mic for you here tonight with MaxSpeedTV. How is everybody doing out there on this fantastic hot summer's evening? Well, we're going to have some really hot action out here tonight as these drivers in the Xfinity cars go side by side, bumper to bumper here for a 90 laps. Tonight's race is anyone's. With that being said, let's take a look at the top 12 in points coming into tonight. In round 9, Will L. Davis in first place, 254 points. Tommy Haynes in second, 249 points, 8 back behind Will. Mike Rominger down a spot from last week into third, 247, 11 back. Blake Griffith in fourth, 245, 2 back. Chuck Sweeting, after winning last week, currently running in fifth, up 3 spots, 223, 1 back. Dalton Cowden up a spot into sixth, 221, 4 back. Ed Morris up 2 spots into 7th, 223 back. Alan J. Elwood down 2 spots into 8th, 214, 10 back. Tyler Hallman up 2 spots into 9th, 211, 2 back. John Sterling also up 2 spots into 10th, back of the top 10, 199, 6 back. Darren Clement up 3 spots inside the top 12 in 11th, 197, 2 back. And Justin Gann down 2 spots, still in the top 12 and holding on, 194 or 1 back. So tonight, oh man, tonight I have watched many super speedway races, and we know how Daytona can be, and it is going to be no different tonight. First and foremost, before we get into anything else, I do want to mention Trading Paint's acting weird again tonight. It is not grabbing some paint schemes. I do apologize to Extreme Motorsports and 99 and to those that I can't get their paint schemes to work. I do apologize ahead of time. I have talked to the admins about it, and we've done what we could to see if we could get it fixed. But we can't. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully it clears that up. But the pre-race analysts coming in here tonight, 75-degree air temp, no humidity, 77-degree track temp. There is going to be some grip out there. I imagine it's not going to be slick. However, these are the Xfinity cars. These are not the trucks or the Can-Am. These are the Xfinity cars. A little bit more horsepower than the other two. So these guys are really going to have to watch out even more for the tires. Although super speedway, not a huge wear and tear on tires, but the heating up of the cars when they're drafting behind somebody. Got to be careful. Got to get air into that radiator. 90 laps, 225 miles, tire window at about 40 to 60 laps, fuel window at about 30 to 40-ish laps, somewhere around in there, what I was told. Pit road speed, 65 miles per hour here tonight, so these guys gonna have to get it wound down to close to 200, down to 60 to 65. Don't want to get that elusive speeding penalty coming into tonight. So difficult to get a lap back if there is no caution. Well, we've got a minute and 20 left here in practice. So we do, of course, also want to give a shout out to the sponsor for the Xfinity Series, Sim Speed Shop. Sim Speed Shop is a small sim racing company that Jason Eisenhower started about 2 years ago. Jason Eisenhower wanted a button box, so he ventured into making his own and eventually turned it into a small business. Jason Eisenhower's main goal is to provide sim racing components at a reasonable pricing to the sim racing community. Jason Eisenhower and Company keep a very low completed inventory, but parts are always on hand for production. 90% of the button boxes are custom made with the buyer's input and preferences. Jason Eisenhower designed one-piece button box and mounts for Fanatec Club Sport and AccuForce DD bases. They have sequential shifters as well as handbrakes. The V2 sequential shifter is in the works and should be available for the holiday. They sell a lot of eye flags and just this week started printing them in color and multicolor to match your rig setup. Mainly they provide sim products at a very reasonable price as an effort to grow the community. Sim Speed Shop isn't in it for the money. Jason Eisenhower and the group does it to put smiles on people's faces. They stand behind all their products. Since everything is handmade, as a handmade production, lead times tend to be longer than bulk manufacturers. So a big shout out to Sim Speed Shop for coming on board as the drivers here get ready and set for qualifying. Now as they do qualifying and get into the drivers meeting, we will step away, play the national anthem, and we will be right back.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets ran past, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land under the frame, you're the home of the brave. Because we are the brave. Yes, we are the brave. We'll fight to invade the name of the brave. We are the US of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save this land of the brave, the US of A. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, and the
Alrighty, folks, qualifying has officially begun and pretty much over with. There are still a few drivers out here putting in a time, Chuck Sweeting being one of them in the number 26. Chuck Sweeting winning last week at Dover has really helped him in the points, like I said, up 3 spots tonight. And he is one of the drivers as we take a look at a little bit here at some stats coming in from last week at Dover. 6 drivers finished the Dover race, and we know the Monster Mile, you know, it is a monster, very, very difficult in that track to come away with 0 incidents. Well, 6 drivers came away at Dover with 0 incidents. So, awesome job to, of course, everybody out there at Dover and everybody out there that finished as well. And, of course, finishing with 0 incidents, that's outstanding. Well, it looks like Alan J. Elwood is going to be your top guy here, grabbing the pole with a 49.680, 28 100ths of a second ahead of John T. Wimbish. So that is going to be your points man, your point guys here tonight, Alan and John. Now, as we take a look, some of the rules here for the Xfinity Series. Of course, 10-week schedule, 5-week chase, so a total of 15 races. Top 12 in points, of course, into the chase. It is iRacing fixed setup. 75% fuel, 0 resets. 2 provisionals in the regular season, no provisionals in the chase. It is dynamic weather, dynamic track state. Incident limit, 15. After 15, you will be disqualified. The point system, just like any of the others. First place, 45 points. Second, 42. Third, 41. Fourth, 40. Fifth, 39. All the way back to, of course, 43rd. 1 point. Lead the most laps, you get 1 point. Qualifying, you get a point. And of course, incident free, that 2 points for going incident free the whole race. 1 point per 6 incidents as well. That is, of course, part of the Xfinity Series. So every 6 incident, you get negative 1 point. Of course, it is a super speedway here tonight, so we're going to go over some of the other rules in a chat. Jeremy Clifton. I see you guys in chat. Jeremy Clifton, Robin Davis, Zach Clark. Zach, we'll be racing here in about 12 minutes, buddy. They're in a driver's meeting right now. Racing Fan 99, L20 YT Hitmaster in chat. So, Section 8 of the rule book, if you guys want to check out the rule book for Extreme Motorsports on 99.com, please go to their website at www.extrememotorsports99.com. They have a rule book, and it is very detailed. So, Section 8 under the rule book, blocking. Now, this is a super speedway, so I'm sure later on in the race, we're going to see some of that. Blocking, sub 8A. You are allowed to block, but only in the last 10 laps of the race. Understand that if you decide to block and cause an accident, you could be deemed at fault for the accident. Thusly, you can be given an EOL. If you are the driver being blocked, it's not okay to wreck the driver on purpose. Please understand that if you wreck the driver, you could be deemed at fault and receive an EOL or even receive a penalty for intentional wrecking. This decision will be at admin's discretion. And I know that's a big thing on super speedways is blocking. Of course, we do see it. Not saying we don't, because we do. that is one of the things we're going to be seeing probably here tonight is blocking, or probably toward the end of the race. Another thing on the blocking, under the same category, Section 8, the actual status or the actual definition of blocking, according to the rule book, more than one change of direction to defend a position is not permitted. Any driver moving back towards the racing line, having earlier defended his position off, line will be considered blocking. That's the definition of that. Sub 8B, under the same category. In the event a driver is deemed to be blocking another driver, the admin reserves the right to ask the driver that made the block to give up the position to the driver. Failure to do so will result in a drive-through black flag penalty and a failure to comply with the admin's penalty. So if you go through the rule book and failure to comply with the admin is in the rule book and is breaking another rule, and like I said, it is so detailed here in the rule book that, I mean, you can't go really left or right. It is so detailed. Now, this doesn't get read much, but I know he is in the race here tonight. Nick Hunt, the 00. Everybody pays attention to the rule book and goes to the first page under the mission statement. To provide an enjoyable and fair atmosphere of racing among a group of equally talented drivers who will show respect to all drivers on the track and all admins in the tower. Drivers that will show good sportsmanship at all times and will represent Extreme Motorsports and 99.com in a positive and professional manner on and off of the track. And that was written by Nick Hunt himself under the mission statement on the first page. About 7.5 minutes left here in practice. Pro form. Yeah, John, it is, and you know, John, one of those drivers. I know John pretty well. I've talked to John. You know, and it is, John. You know, you are going to see that here tonight. You are going to see blocking. It's one of those tracks that, you know, you're going so fast, you know, 196, 197 roughly in that category. You're moving so quickly, changing lanes, getting air in the radiator. I mean, it happens so quick. I mean, it does happen. So we'll have to wait and see exactly how bad, so to speak, the blocking is. And, you know, we can go from there. It looks like the drivers' meeting is over. Okay, well, let's do an interview here real quick. Let's see if we can maybe get our pole sitter up here tonight real quick, Alan Elwood. Alan Elwood, Joshua Medlock in the MaxSpeedTV booth. Got a copy, buddy?
I got you.
Well, Andy, or Alan, Andy. I was looking at Andy's name, sorry.
You're
Alan,
fine.
man. Well, grabbing the pole out here tonight, man. 49.680. 28/100ths of a second ahead of John, but it's Daytona, man. Talk about race number 9. One more race left of the regular season. Tonight's anyone's race.
Oh yeah. You come in with the expectation that you really have no idea what to expect. I kind of surprised myself. I got on the pole because I really suck at qualifying usually on a plate track. So off to a good start, 1 for 1. But you know that it's going to be dicey, whether it be green flag pit stops or whatever it may be. So yeah, it's pretty much anybody's. Like you said, it's anybody's ball game.
Well, tire wear usually don't play a big factor at super speedways because you're not really wheeling and dealing on the steering wheel. It's, going around a big track, 2.5 miles. It's the fuel if the long green flag runs happen. And I say if because we know it's Daytona. Not saying anything can happen, but it's Daytona. So if that long green flag run happens, what do you do in a situation like that? Do you go ahead and change all 4, change the 2 you need, get the fuel and go, or what do you do?
I would say that if we somehow happen to get 2 long green flag runs, I'd say maybe on the second pit stop you'd consider probably 2. I personally wouldn't take tires on the first one unless for some reason you locked them up or something like that coming on the pit road. But maybe the second pit stop take 2. If we happen to get to 3 pit stops, then you might consider taking 4 just to make sure. But really, unless there's something where you do have to lock them up or whatever the situation may be, I really don't think tires are going to be too much of your concern.
All righty, Alan. Well, I'm going to let you get back to your team down there so y'all can do whatever it is y'all do down there before the race starts. Good luck down there, and again, congratulations on the pole here tonight.
Thank you, Josh.
Uh-huh. Well, we're going to do one more. We're going to go back here to kind of the back of the field here a little bit. Let's see here. How about, well, let's see here who we are going to pick real quick. What's somebody toward the back? We know who's up front. Let's see here. All right. Well, let's talk to Bryce real quick. Bryce, send us that. Josh in the booth. Got a copy.
Yep.
Hey, Bryce. Well, you're starting toward the back. Hey, 20 place, but it's Daytona. Talk about Daytona here real quick.
Man, it's just, I think it's going to be crazy. I mean, I kind of planned on starting in the back and just laying there and, not going to really know where we're going to be until like around 10 to go, and even then it's not a sure thing. So, I know that's when I want to make my move around 10, 15 to go, but, it just doesn't all plan out like you want it, especially at these type of tracks.
Yeah, it's Daytona, Bryce. Well, I know there's not much time left. I wanted to interview you real quick. 90 laps here tonight. It's going to be fast. It's going to be fun. It's going to be wild, man. Good luck down there, Bryce.
All right, thank you.
Uh-huh. All right, well, I know these guys are going through their team stuff, so I don't really want to keep them. Got about 55 seconds left to go in qualifying, and then we will get them on the grid here. So let's see who we got in chat. It looks like I'm being joined by Rick Donovan.
Hey, big guy, what's happening?
Oh, man, getting ready for some fast side-by-side, a bumper-to-bumper, 2-3 wide action here at Daytona.
Daytona International Speedway. I tell you, this is where records are broken, history is made. Tonight, one exciting race with all of these teams out here, Joshua. Not one guy is going to win this thing on his own. You're going to see the teams come together tonight and work together tonight to try to get their guys up there up front to get all the points that they can get, because we're right here getting close to the bubble of making it into the chase.
Oh, yes, sirree. Now, of course, they're getting on the grid here. And, yeah, you got teams out here trying to work together to try to make that punch into the chase with one more race to go after tonight. But, Rick, you know it as well as I do. You've watched, you've been on iRacing long enough. Anything can happen at Daytona.
Anything can happen at Daytona. You're exactly right, Joshua. And I tell you, that's what makes this thing so exciting for tonight. The fans are going to be out there on their feet watching these guys, rooting for their favorite driver. But I tell you, when we go in tonight's race, Samson Motorsports, that team is sitting at the top of the leaderboard right now, leading with the team championship tonight, Joshua.
Yeah, and the team championship, they have, we haven't talked about it much here tonight on the team championship, but they have team championships alongside the, of course, single driver championship. So, if a team can sweep it, get the team championship, and then a driver from that team get the championship, that's big. That is huge.
That is big, Joshua, but I tell you what, I'm getting some things, getting ready to rock and roll. I'm going to go ahead and let you get the rundown. Let these folks know who is that out there on the pole tonight.
All right, in the MaxSpeedTV starting grid, Alan J. Elwood grabbing the pole here tonight with a 49.680. Congratulations, Alan, for getting the pole. John T. Wimbish going to be starting on the outside of him in second. Michael Mueller in third, Ed Morse fourth. Blake Griffin fifth, Will L. Davis in sixth, Mike Franklin seventh, Dalton Cowden eighth, Gary May ninth, John Sterling in 10th, Michael Thwaites in 11th, Jerry Glenn 12th, Wally Turheimer in 13th, Darren Clement 14th, Justin Gann 15th, David Elliott 16th, Nolan Neiman 17th, Tommy Massey 18th, Bobby Tinch 19th, Bryce Senesac 20th, Tommy Haynes, 21st. Dick Hunt, 22nd. Brandon Freeze, 23rd. Tyler Hallman, 24th. Adam Eisenhower, 25th. Chuck Sweeting, 26th. Randy Perdue, 27th. Joshua Gillian, 28th. Andy Starcher admitting here tonight. Casey Duncan, 30th. And Don Kidder also admitting here tonight as well. So, about 28 drivers, Rick.
Yes, that's right. And I tell you what, looking to expand our Cup Series drivers for next season. More teams getting involved for next season. Lots of things in the works for next season. But right now, we're just coming up on close to week 10. I believe we're at week 9 right now. And soon the chase will begin. So tonight's definitely going to be a big moment for a lot of the teams out there to get some things done, Joshua.
Well, tonight is either a make it or break it night because it's Daytona. It can either make you or break you.
Absolutely, and I tell you, going back to what you were talking about earlier, Alan Elwood out there on the pole. John Wimbish making a huge statement here tonight. We hadn't seen a lot of going on with John Wimbish this season. Kind of been low on the radar, but I tell you what, out there on the outside pole, representing Performance Motorsports. Tell you, it's going to be interesting to see how he gets some things done. Michael Mueller making his way up there, like you said, qualifying in at third there with Ed Morse qualifying in fourth.
And the green flag is out. Buggity, buggity, buggity. We're racing at Daytona. Not to interrupt you there.
No, you're fine, you're fine. Looks like Mueller there is working with, looks like
the number one, Blake Griffin.
Right. Blake Griffin is going to be definitely trying to get up there to work with Elwood. I know that Elwood and Griffith, they're teammates, not an official team that they've created yet, but they are definitely teammates. Mueller up there working hard right on the back bumper of Elwood on the backstretch. Wimbish still just making his way back there, trying to find a place to get in and kind of settle in.
He does. He goes all the way back to 5th after starting 2nd, but pretty much going to go single file here as we go back into the field a little way. Still side by side with the 10 and the 3. John Sterling and the 10 of Gary May. It looks like the 3 of Sterling is going to go take it down low right behind him. So looks like these drivers are going to go single file to try to knock some of these laps off. 90 laps, Rick, at Daytona. It may not seem like a whole lot of laps, but it is in a sense that you're on the pedal the whole time. You're on the wheel the whole time. You're trying to get air into the car the whole time, but yet trying to keep up with everybody else. And it looks like the 34 of Dalton Cowden's going to get pushed outside.
Absolutely, and I tell you what, just taking a look back over here and looking at Mike Franklin and Wimbish, they're working together. Still, Mueller keeping the gap in between Elwood and Griffith there. He definitely don't want Elwood and Griffith trying to get out in there and work together themselves. And taking a look over at the chat here, Gary Sexton CCR is about as official of a team as SHR. I believe that's going to be Steel Horse Racing. Gary, the only thing I'm saying, just not registered fully here at ExtremeMotorsports99.com as a team, but I was talking to the guys tonight and they said, hey, you were the boss man to come to talk to about that, and hopefully we'll see you guys get things established next season and start battling for that championship over here at Extreme.
Well, yeah, you know, having an official team, you know, of course, if we're just starting out, and this is for everybody out there that's wanting to join Extreme Motorsports 99.com. Of course, the different series that you guys have. I mean, you got the K&N, you got the trucks, you've got the Xfinity, you've got the Cup, but we'll get to the Cup in a minute. Then you've got the Dirt Series. You've got some other things in the pipeline we kind of won't mention right now. But a lot of things are going on right now. You know, Extreme Motorsports and 99.com. Check them out the website. I mean, Rick, I mean, this is the place to be right here.
Well, I tell you what, we just want to do what we can to keep things busy around here. Give our guys a great place to come, race, be active here in the community. But yes, we've got a lot of things in the pipeline. Right now, we're putting some things together with SK Modifieds, looking at Will and Tour Modifieds, late models coming soon, super late models coming soon. But I tell you, Jacob Bell working with our Dirt Series. He's already looking to expand another division in our Dirt Series. Had 80 drivers to show up. Just throwing it out there to, hey, we're going to put some dirt together. 80 guys shows up. He can only take the top 20, so you know, we basically had, 40 guys that wasn't able to actually, well, my math just went out the window.
That's part of it.
He had close to 60 guys he basically had to turn away there, Josh.
Oh, man.
But, you know, we got a lot going on. And, folks, just make sure to tune in Sunday night to XM99 podcast. We have actually started a podcast where we're putting these drivers out here in front of the audience just to let people know what's going on over here, what the drivers are doing, what the team owners are doing, and what's coming down the pipeline.
Yeah, you know, there's a lot of things. You know, you guys have had two podcasts already. You know, everybody out there, go check them out. Go onto the YouTube and check them out there. You can catch, I believe, the podcast on the Extreme Motorsports 99 YouTube page. I don't have the link here currently. Rick, if you want to send that to me here real quick, I can sure put it in chat, and we can get it in there and let everybody take a look at it. Of course, after the race. Yeah, you want to take a look at it after the race here tonight. As you know, right now these drivers here tonight are single file. They're not really, you know, they're battling. Don't get me wrong, but they're not what you would expect. You know, they're not going 3 wide right now. You know, we've got a couple of packs here. Take a pack led by the number 10 of Gary May. No, it's fallen back to 11th, but yet still early, only lap 7 here of 90.
There you go, Joshua. There, just sent you that link over there. Maybe we can drop that in there. Those guys can hopefully right-click on it, open it up in a different page. That way they can go to it, subscribe to it, and that way they can tune in Sunday with us. But I got to get Stephen Dean, our host over there at XM99. I got to get him just riled up. He's just so nervous when he gets started, but he's doing a good job, and I look forward to seeing him take the ball and run with it over there with our podcast. Joshua.
Yeah, he's a little nervous, but hey, you know, I've been there. We've all been there. You know, when I first started broadcasting, I was, well, let me just tell you, I didn't want to talk. But, you know, you have to talk when you're broadcasting. So, you know, just takes time. Just takes time to get used to it. It is nerve-wracking. Do not get me wrong. But I think he'll get the hang of it. Still 2 packs of cars here. The lead pack still Gary May leading the second pack. Alan J. Elwood been up front for the first 8 laps. But Aaron Clement down 2 spots, running back here in the 32, currently running 16th. He is right behind the 98 of Jerry Glenn. David Elliott directly behind him. So these guys still running single file, not a whole lot of maneuvering. Now, of course, they don't run stages here. So it's straight racing, Rick. You know, I could see making moves if it was stages, but there's no stages. So they've got to really wind down the laps. You know, think of pit strategy. Think of fuel. Okay, what do I do in this case? What do I do in this case? There's a lot of things these teams and these drivers, single car drivers even, are thinking about every single lap.
Absolutely, and I tell you what, just talking about every single lap. I've been watching the last few laps here. Elwood and Griffith, they finally got together there, working together as a team. And you've got Franklin and Wimbish still working together there. But the 11th car, watch out for him. He is looking to try to make it up there and kind of get his car mixed in with Elwood and Griffith there. That way those guys can take off and put some distance between themselves and the rest of the pack.
The number 11 of Will L. Davis, our point setter, coming into tonight with 254 points. Now, I do want to make note as well, the defending champion of the Xfinity Series, Mike Rominger. Now, is Mike Rominger here tonight?
Let me take a look
in the Cup now.
Well, I definitely thought maybe, I tell you, man, it's so hard to keep up with everybody that we've got going on, but I don't see him on the board tonight.
Okay.
So
he does race because he's third in points. He's down a spot.
Right.
So
that's he's not gonna get points tonight. That's for sure.
Well, you know, he's 11 behind Tommy Haynes. Blake Griffin in 4th. He was only 2 back behind Mike. And Blake Griffin right now running in 2nd, right behind a teammate in the number 4, Alan Elwood. It's going to help Blake Griffin. If he can hold on and do what he does and what he's doing now, it's definitely going to help him.
Tell you what, one guy to take a look at tonight and keep your eye on is last week's winner, Chuck Sweeting over at Dover International Speedway. Had a great run there, put the car up front, won the race. Right now, he's currently in 26th spot. I know right now he is just trying to just be out there, ride a little bit, see how things play out like we were talking about earlier, Joshua. This is Daytona, so we don't know what to expect. So definitely look for Chuck Sweeting to be up there toward the front before the end of the night.
It looks like we got, Chuck Sweeting currently running in 26th. Looks like Joshua Gillian going all the way back behind the 05 of Tommy Massey, right up ahead of him, the 005 of Randy Perdue. Now, still single file here, but they're still neck and neck. Blake Griffin all over the back bumper of the Ford. Now, we're going to talk about the heat buildup in these Xfinity cars. Now, I've not driven, Rick, with the new update recently for the Xfinity cars. I know it used to be pretty bad. Is it still that way?
I couldn't tell you. It's been a while since I've been out on the track myself. But I tell you what, one guy that we could probably ask is Gary Sexton out there. Can you answer that question out there for us and for the audience out there? Ask him again there, Joshua.
Gary, I see Gary and Chad out there. Yeah, do these cars heat up worse, or are they a little bit better as the battle for the lead between the 82 and the 4, Mike Franklin up high? Does these Xfinity cars overheat worse with the new update, or are they still about the same with prior to the update? That's what I was getting at.
I'll tell you what, we'll give him just a few minutes there to type that in. But, Griffith there has got himself worked up there now, working with Elwood and Elwood and the one car of Griffith and Davis now have all got together there with Franklin on the outside. Wimbish still trying to push Franklin.
Yep.
We're going to see what's going to happen out there, how long they're going to stay out there on the outside, if that lane is going to work for them.
Well, it looks like the 82 of Mike Franklin will lead that lap, but it wasn't by much. They need more cars. I'm talking about this, in the K&N and the trucks. The more cars you have behind you, the better. Right now, it's just 2 drivers out on the high side, the 82 and the 56. If they could get more drivers out there on that high side, Rick, that high line, that second line could get going.
Absolutely. And I tell you what, looking over at chat now, Gary was able to help us out there. You got to watch the temps pushing. The biggest issue, though, is turning the cars in the corner. The bumpers don't line up well. Chances are you'll spin the guy out before your engine overheats. That hopefully answers your question there, Joshua.
That answers it just fine. Oh, the all dreadful bumper hook. Yeah, we haven't mentioned that tonight. Yeah, that bumper hook, since they don't line up like he was talking about in chat, that can mess up not only your night, like Rick, if you was out there racing, or myself, and you get just the slightest, at the 30 here, Justin Gann kind of gets swiggles there. You barely get contact with the way these bumpers don't line up like he was talking about. That could upset your night, my night, and anybody else's night that's behind you.
Absolutely. And I tell you, guys have got to be extremely careful out there, especially on bump drafting and so forth. But want to give a big shout out to some of our viewers out there. And first of all, just want to say thanks to Gary out there for helping us out with that question there. Yep. Also want to congratulate Gary. I know that his significant other is waiting on baby number 2 at any time, so getting ready to be a brand new daddy again. So we definitely want to give you a big shout out for that and a big congratulations. Hope everything goes fantastic there for you, Gary Sexton. Kesa Stevens, Robin Davis, Blair Patterson, Joshua Gilliland, David Wisehart tuning in here with us, Jefferson Cabico. I'm not sure if I got that name right, but hey, just trying to say a few names out there. Thank the people for coming in and watching us. Motorsports99.com, the Xfinity Series that's sponsored by Sim Speed Shop. Tell you what, folks, if you need a button box, he is the guy to call. Sim Speed Shop.
Yes, he is. I had the honors of talking to him, and I found out that I knew him prior to him being here on Extreme Motorsports, from other leagues that I used to help with and everything, Rick. So kind of had already an insight. I just didn't realize he was the owner.
Absolutely. I tell you what, taking a look out there, John Sterling driving the 3-car of AC Delco. That's what I'm seeing on my screen.
Yep, that's what I got on mine.
Looks like he's moving up there and brought Mueller with him there to get a little help Those guys are going to work together. Looks like they're going to come up on the back door of Wimbish there, try to give Franklin a push, but it just doesn't look like that outside line's working too good for those guys right now.
That outside line is not moving like that outside line needs to. The 82, Mike Franklin still having some getting going mustard. He may need a little bit of NOS in there to get him going, but if he had NOS, he would have outrun the 56. And oh wow, they're getting a little wild up here. I think the tires may be starting to play a little bit of a factor. Now I know there's not a whole lot of tire wear, but every little bit of tire wear, you could definitely feel it. And they may be feeling it 21 laps into this race already, under green.
Haywood, that number 4 of Elwood's looking strong up there, but Griffith helping him a whole lot. The 11 car of Davis there, just riding along, just staying in his groove there. Wimbish and Griffith getting a little close coming out back there, coming out of turn 4.
Yes, sirree. All righty, well, a chat is blowing up right now, 32 viewers. All righty, guys, now's going to be the time to throw your picks to win the race here tonight at Daytona. Rick, you're in here. You're going to get the pick too, man, so you don't leave. All right, so we've got Curtis Palmer saying the 66. Looks like we've got a lot of new guys in chat too, so throw your numbers out there. Who do you think is going to win tonight's race? Remember, it's Daytona. Anybody can win. And I really don't know who to pick. But, you know, I'm going to throw a number out there. I am actually going to go for the number 30 of Justin Gann. That's going to be my pick.
Number 30, Justin Gann?
Yeah, Justin Gann. That's going to be my pick. Yes, sir.
Justin Gann. Okay. All right. Well, I chose the 42. I chose the 42, and basically the information that I received tonight is that, let me pull it up. I don't want to make sure I don't tell anybody anything wrong here. Pull up my information, and let's see. Got information this evening that Primetime Motorsports had to replace Jerry Glenn as their points driver and put David Elliott in as their new points driver to finish out the season. So I'm looking for David Elliott to get a good win out here tonight. I know he came in here tonight feeling pretty strong, knowing that he just picked up a team full-time, got him a win earlier this season in the Cup car. I know right now he is on cloud 9, and I think he's going to get him a win tonight here in the Xfinity Series.
All right, so David Elliott, number 42, currently running back here in 17th. The number 32 of Darren Clement right up ahead of him. Bryce Senesac behind him in a big group back here. And we go a little bit further back. You know, we're side by side back here with the the 005 of Randy Perdue and the 007 of KC Duncan. This is all the way back in around the 27th position. But, you know, within about 5-10 laps, Rick, we're going to see some green flag pit stops.
Absolutely. And I tell you, these guys have done exceptionally well tonight. Everybody giving a little bit of patience, showing a little patience out there, giving a lot of respect to each other out there on the track to let things kind of play out as they're playing out. But I tell you, these guys, if you look at the field, these guys are bumper to bumper tonight, yep. Joshua. They are right on top of each other, taking their time, riding this thing out to see where it's going to take them to, and really proud to see those guys doing real good tonight.
Yeah, they're holding strong out here. 25 laps into the race. Taking lap 26 this time by Alan J. Elwood. Has led 23 laps. Blake Griffith still looking to lead his first lap. However, you know, you don't get a bonus point for leading a lap, but leading the most laps you do. So, you know, even if you lead one lap, you still lead a lap. You were up front. Finishing, you know, like I'm going to put the number 1 here, Blake Griffith, on the spot here real quick, along with the 82, the 56, the 11. Now, I know it's still early, But say these guys lead a lap, they stay up front, and they finish where they're at. Big points night for all these drivers. Right now, 2 packs going, Rick, so they know it's early.
That's right, and that's one thing I was trying to look at there myself. Maybe if there's a way that we can squeeze in a blimp shot there to show the gap in between one section of drivers and the other section of drivers. I tell you, it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out, especially when green flags start coming out with green flag pit stops.
A blip shot's not the best, but we can go kind of back and forth between the 30 and the 7. And when they see the 30 there here on a center field view, right there at the end, right behind the 15 of Nolan Neiman, we go back a little bit, about 5.6 seconds. We'll see Ed Morris in this bunch with the 34 of Dalton Cowden, the 10 of Gary May, Michael Thwaites. Now, I cannot see, unfortunately, Michael's paint. I've done all I can to get some of these paints to working, and they're not working. But that is Michael Thwaites in the black car that you guys see on screen. Kerry Glenn right behind him. So the gap between Ed Morris and now Michael Mueller in the 99, about 5.8 seconds, 5.9.
Well, I tell you what, great job tallying those numbers there, Joshua. But going back and looking at this thing at the front, Elwood still in the lead. He's led just about every lap here tonight, although Franklin has battled him a couple times up there, grabbed the lead from him just a little bit, being out there on the outside and challenging him for the lead. But Elwood still looking strong out there, got great team work in behind him there with Griffith and Davis.
All right, yeah, we'll go back here to 5th. Will L. Davis in the 11 down low. The 3, John Sterling, Wally Terheimer. I know Wally from another league as well. Nolan Neiman. Yeah, you know, you get into broadcasting, Rick, and you know, you have a variety of what you've done in the past, like myself. I know a lot of drivers.
That's right, and I tell you what, man, I like to come up here every once in a while, jump in the booth and play a little bit, but I tell you, it is a very tough job. There's a lot of work to it. A lot of guys that have never been in the booth and understand what you have to do and prepare from week to week on everything across the board. You can tell it to them all day long, but they'll never understand until they actually do it. Hats off to you there, Joshua.
Yeah, it's, you know, sometimes, and I'll be honest with you, sometimes it's strenuous. You know, sometimes, we've got cars going off the track. Oh, no. Oh, Blake Griffith, the 75, the 4. Alan J. Elwood just missed that. Will L. Davis, no caution, but we had a big mess up here at the pit road entrance. We're going to go back here and take a look and be on Will L. Davis as this transpired here in the number 11. No caution.
Yeah, those guys were completely off the track there, Joshua, and I tell you, it looks like the 11 car, the 1 car, looks like the 75 may have got into the back of the 11 car as they were trying to get into on pit road.
Yep, and that's what started really the chain reaction. It looks like the 15 got into the 75. That sent the 75 right down. That would be Wally Terheimer right down into the 1. And then the 1 barely, the 4 just barely scraping by there. And it looks like some pit road strategy was happening here. You know, people starting to come down pit road and, you know, going that high of speed. You know, they're running about 190, roughly about 191, 192. Fresh tires would say probably 196. And they've got to get it down to 60, 65 miles an hour. That's, locking those brakes up and those older tires is rough.
Absolutely, and I'll tell you what, we're going to have to see what those guys do. don't count those guys out. We still are early in the race here with only 32 laps in the book, Joshua. Those guys can definitely make a good comeback.
Oh, yeah, and yes, they can. Pit road is busy. Looks like a lot of drivers coming down. John Sterling, Gary May, Dalton Cowden, Mike Franklin, Ed Morris, John T. Wimbish is off and away. Tommy Amassi, David Elliott off and away. The pit road is busy, but that gave the lead up to Bryce Senesac and Nick Hunt. I haven't mentioned Nick Hunt's name a lot tonight, but you know, now Nick Hunt, and now these guys are going to come down pit road. So yeah, pit road in between 30 and 40 laps. And that's what I had down there. I don't know the exact numbers, but as I take a look at chat here, we do have somebody that went in and said what the fuel window was.
I believe they said it was right at 30 to 40.
Okay.
Maybe.
I want to say 28 to 32 or 28 to 34 or something like that. I just put 30 to 40 because people pit early and people pit late. You know.
Well, I'll tell you what, Joshua, I'm going to pull out of the booth here, let you take it, and who knows, maybe back in the last 10 laps. Who knows? We'll see. I do appreciate you letting me step up in the booth here and talk to these folks. Tell you what, before I jump out of here, I'd love to see, we got 8 likes right now, and we got about 34, 35 people watching. Let's see what we can do to get about 24 likes right now. Can somebody hit that like button? Can we get anybody to hit that like button? Love to see that number just start going up.
Oh, man, that would be nice. Yeah, if y'all's enjoying the content here in the broadcast, please hit that subscribe button, the like button. Of course, check us out, MaxSpeedTV.com. Check Extreme Motorsports out as well on their website at www.extrememotorsports99.com. A lot of action for Extreme here on MaxSpeedTV. Right now, John Sterling up front. Everybody has made their pit stops here at 35 of 90. John T. Wimbish right behind him in the 56, 1 and 2. Mike Franklin kind of by himself in the 82. Dalton Cowden and a company here. He is accompanied by the 7, the 4, the 2, the 42, and the 32 of Darren Clement. We got a group right here as well. Justin Gann trying to get up to the back bumper of either the 32 or the 4, trying to get up there into the draft. Gary May kind of by himself. Tommy Haynes currently running back here in a 12th. He has got a traffic behind him and a line of cars. The 00 of Nick Hunt. Jerry Glenn in the 98. Bryce Senesac in the 09. Bobby Tench in the 66. The 52 of Tyler Hallman. The 05 of Tommy Amassi, all running right here together. Yeah, Chief 88822. Yeah, that was you. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I didn't even see that. Yeah, thank you again, Chief. Do appreciate it. Are they going to wreck again? Well, I don't know. We're coming up close here in about 10 laps or so to the halfway mark. The gap between second and third, 2-3 seconds. Mike Franklin and Ed Morris. Now Mike currently running in third. We do have Wally Turheimer, Michael Mueller, and Blake Griffin. Now Blake on pit road, but Wally Turheimer and Michael Mueller 2 laps down here this evening. Jeremy Clifton. Oh, yes. Oh, Jeremy. Crack me up, man. Oh, as we take a look, the 86 running up here, that'd be Adam Eisenhower. Got a company all around him. Michael Thwaites, KC Duncan, Joshua Gillian, and Nolan Neiman. Looks like the 15 of Nolan does have some front damage there. After getting into the driver, as we come over here and kind of turn this screen around, turn the camera around for everybody, we can see the front end damage on the 15. Like he's got old freckles. That's actually my dog's name. 11 years old. Looks like that's his Twitch. Yeah, the front end damage there on that Ford Mustang. Hopefully that's not affecting the heat in that Mustang. The leader, John Sterling, in the number 3, followed by the 56 of John T. Wimbish. Well, this is the Extreme Motorsports of 99.com Sim Speed Shop Xfinity Series at Daytona, presented by MaxSpeedTV. Joshua Medlock on the mic for you here tonight. Hopefully everybody is enjoying the racing here. It ain't over. We haven't even reached the halfway mark here. We will be in about 4 to 5 laps. These guys are spread out. And look how close the 56. Let's go to the right rear suspension here. And take a look at that right rear suspension of John T. Wimbish. We'll go to John Sterling, who is running up front ahead of him. And this is how close these drivers get. This is what the drafting is all about. The 56 pulling it right up to the back bumper of the 3 into the corner. What a shot. Oh, we got a little bit of competition in chat. Jeremy Clifton and Curtis Vollmer. Curtis, I do appreciate it, buddy. Do appreciate it. Curtis saying, how's the 66 doing? And Jeremy saying, Curtis, you wrote the 32 wrong. Wow, y'all cracking me up. All right, well, we'll check on the 32 of Darren Clement. He is currently running in 9th here in the pack of cars. And then we check the 66 of Bobby Pinch. And Bobby currently running in 15th. However, still early. He's running behind the 98 of Jerry Glenn and Tyler Hallman behind him. 2 Northern Capital machines right here together. Well, as we take a look at up front here, gap has closed a little bit. Ed Morris and company, Dalton Cowden, Alan Elwood, Brandon Freeze, David Elliott, Mike Franklin, Darren Clement. They are catching up to the back bumper of the 56 of John Wimbish. You see the difference in the car count. There's only two. Battle of the Johns, John Sterling and John Wimbish. And then right back here, look at the line behind Ed. They are really coming. John Sterling has led 11 laps. He's going to take his 12th lap lead here tonight. Chief 822, if you are new to me here at MaxSpeedTV, I don't watch real NASCAR. So, yeah. All right. Well, the 7 of Ed Morris and Company has caught the 3 and a 56. Ed Moore is going to lead that lap. Well, we can get a everybody pretty much there in kind of in a pack, trying to catch up with each other. Back here running currently in 17, Michael Thwaites in the 05. Get a closer look here at that 05. Or in the 12, my bad, not the 05. I don't have his paint, unfortunately. It's not showing up. Trading Paint's acting weird. I even asked Andy to help, or Andy came down to help me figure it all out, and it still wasn't working. We couldn't get it to work. 3 wide right here, folks. 3 wide, and oh no! Tyler Hallman in the 52 going around. First caution of the evening. Well, let's go back and take a look at what transpired here with a 52 of Tyler Hallman. Oh no! Oh, right here is where it started. It looks like the 15 of Nolan Neiman right behind him. We'll get a closer look here. Actually, we'll go to a chase view to take a closer look at this. Right here, the 15 of Nolan Neiman. And it looks like might have taken the air off of one of the drivers here. Don't know his number. I can't see it. We'll get another look here. The 52 of Tyler Hallman down low. Looks like it upset the car right up there. Right here, there was contact made. That sent the 52 hard up into the outside wall. Looks like the 15 of Nolan Neiman might have scraped by. Go up here to Nolan. Oh, contact made again with the 05 of Tommy Massey and the other driver there. I don't know who that is. Joshua Gillian. We'll figure it out here. Okay, so the 40 of Joshua Gillian involved in this as well. Rewind it here. Be on Joshua here. Now he gets squirrely right into the 52. 52 goes hard into the outside wall. Then contact made again between the 40 and the 05. That is going to be the first caution of the evening. Looks like everybody came down pit road. Well, let's see who we can get a word in with. How about we go with Nick Hunt to the 00? Nick, got a copy?
Oh, yeah, I got you there, Josh.
Well, Nick, Xfinity Series, one caution, halfway, got to pass the halfway point, and it just happened there, man. But hard-fought racing by you guys out there here tonight, nonetheless. How's the track feeling? How's that double zero Vinoy machine feeling here tonight?
Well, we've just been kind of cruising back here right now, playing it safe, and so we hadn't pushed it yet. Looks like things are going to kind of work out here for us right now. We're going to be our teammates up here, some of us at the front. So we're just going to see if we can hang in here now and stay out of trouble.
Well, you have teammates. Are you able to connect with them here?
Yeah, there's been 3 of us back there running together, and
Okay.
now we worked out. We got at least 3 of us up here at the front together now, so hopefully we can maintain that.
All righty, Nick. Well, we'll let you get back to it, bud. Good luck down there over halfway here at Daytona, man. It ain't over. Good luck, buddy.
Yep, ain't over till it's over. Yeah.
Exactly. All righty, Nick Hunt. All right, well, let's go back into the field. How about we interview Michael Thwaites? Michael Thwaites, Joshua in the MaxSpeedTV booth. Got a copy?
I got you. How's it going, Josh?
Well, you're going fine, Michael. Well, currently running 12th. Started 11th. Still kind of running where you started here tonight, but we are over the halfway mark, and we've had, just this caution here so far. But it is Daytona. The laps are starting to wind down a little bit. How's your racing going for you out there, and are you able to connect with some teammates? Because, Daytona, man, it's all about teamwork.
Oh, yeah, it is. We're about to, all my team's about to get together right now, so. Yeah, the racing's been good. I think it's going to get a little wild here on this restart, though.
So you think it's going to get a little bit more, I mean, it's already been interesting, of course, but you think it's going to get a little bit more interesting?
Oh, yeah, from here on out, yeah. Gonna have one more small pit stop.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, Michael, it looks like you got a fan in chat here tonight. I guess it's your mom?
Yeah, she usually watches.
Okay, well, you're coming out pit road here, so, Michael, I'll let you make your pit stop. Good luck out there. It ain't over, man. Good luck.
Yep, thank you.
Uh-huh. All right, well, let's see here if we can get another interview in. Now, this is part of Daytona. Well, how about we go with, how about we go ahead and interview Jason Eisenhower. Jason, got a copy? Okay, he's not talking. I don't want to disturb him. Okay. All right, well, they're getting ready to go back green flag racing, so we'll let them get to it. They're on a back stretch, so trying to figure everything out. Boy, it don't take them long. Oh, we're going to have John T. Wimbish and Nick Hunt, 1 and 2. John Wimbish going to get him going. Pace car is off. Green flag is out. Coming to lap 53. Here we go. Well, how about we do a little bit of crank it up here halfway through the race? What does everybody say? Alrighty, wanted to give a couple of laps there for the crank it up. Adam Eisenhower in the Sim Speed Shop 86, currently running in a 9th. Our pole setter, oh ho ho! We have a driver, John T. Wimbish. No, what happened to John? Well, let's go back here and take a look at the MaxSpeedTV replay. John Wimbish running up front. What happened to John? No caution. Got the 3 behind him here. Oh, right here is where it happened. Contact must have been made. Might have been some net code. That looked like net code from this angle as that back end of the 56 just exploded up in the air. That sent the 56 hard into the inside wall. John T. Wimbish coming down pit road as we go back alive. That's going to give the lead up to Brandon Freeze. In the number 2, Alan Elwood, our pole sitter, back up a 2 second. Well, Alan J. Elwood back up in a 2-second, like I was saying. Got Brandon Freeze right up ahead of him. John Sterling coming from 10th into 3rd. Nick Hunt coming from 22nd into 4th. Tommy Haynes 21st to 5th. Mike Franklin 7th, running kind of where he started, but up a spot into 6th. Bobby Tench started 19th in 7th. Adam Eisenhower in 8th, started 25th. Chuck Sweeting trying to go back to back, winning last week at Dover, started 26th. He is in 9th. And Justin Gann started 15th, currently running just inside of the top 10 in 10th, and that number 30. Yeah, that looked like some net code, man. That was, and that's coming from my perspective. I don't know who is actually also in there watching under spectator. Chief, you may be, and you could see it from a different angle, but we were under green flag conditions, so you know, got to get back green flag racing. Going back here to Darren Clement in the 32. Oh. Whoa, what is going on? Oh, Nick Hunt having some problems. Well, let's go back and take a look at the 00 of Nick Hunt. Still under green flag. What happened to the 00? Oh, it looks like Nick. Oh, I don't know. Rip Yellow Cone, rest in peace. Oh, Nick Hunt. Oh, man. Not entirely sure what was going on with the 00. Well, they are going to have to pit, though. They cannot make it to the end of the race. Back up live here. Randy Purdue in the 005 up into 10th, and now coming from 27th. I don't know. It looks like we do have some pit stops happening here, and a lot of drivers coming down pit road. Tommy Haynes, Mike Franklin, David Elliott, Ed Morris, Dalton Cowden, Darren Clement, Michael Thwaites, Bryce Senesack, Jerry Glenn. We have a lot of drivers in and off of pit road. Oh, they are within the window, so anything can happen, but Brandon Free is going to continue out front. Alan Elwood second, now John Sterling in third, Bobby Tench fourth, Adam Eisenhower in a fifth, followed by Chuck Sweeting in sixth, Justin Gann in seventh, Randy Purdue in eighth, Nolan Neiman ninth. Casey Duncan's going to round out the top 10. Of course, a big shout out to the admins here tonight. Don Kidder and Andy Starcher for doing what they do each and every week for the Xfinity Series up in the admin booth. So big shout out to them as well. Oh, KC Duncan coming down pit road. Oh, we've got a caution, and it's a big one, too. Several drivers involved. David Elliott, well, let's go back here and take a look on the MaxSpeedTV replay. What transpired here? Oh, right here. Looks like the 42 might have caught the 82. Of Mike Franklin. That is, oh, right here. That's what's going to send the 82 down the track back up into the 42. And heavy, heavy damage. And the 09 of Bryce Senesac going to get a piece of that 42. Back up the track, the 42 goes. It looks like everybody else managed to squeeze by. Second caution of the evening here tonight, folks. All right, Brandon Freeze up in the lead. What is Brandon going to do? I'm sure he's going to come down pit road. And it looks like Brandon Freeze is going to come down pit road. So pit road a little busy again. Alan Elwood coming down pit road as well. That's going to give the lead up 2 after everything kind of resets here. Looks like Tommy Haynes going to be your leader here tonight. Tommy Haynes, Joshua in the booth, got a copy.
Loud and clear, buddy. How you doing?
Doing just fine, Tommy. Well, lap 67 of 90 here. Laps are starting to wind down, but the Vinoy 17, it looks like you're in a, I'm not sure what you're in, a Chevrolet. Man, running strong. Started 21st. You're now up to first, man. How's the track feeling, and do you guys have a game plan going forward?
The track feels pretty good. Hopefully my teammates can get back up there with me and help me out. If not, I'm going to be on my own here, and I have to figure it out myself.
Well, it looks like you've got Gary May and Ed Morris behind you. The question is, can you make it?
I'm not coming more.
What was that?
I said I'm not pitting no more. I can make it.
You are not pitting no more. Tommy Haynes can make it. All righty. Well, Tommy, we're not going to give any other strategies out. Good luck down there, man. You're up front, but it's Daytona. You know how wild it can get coming down to, 10 laps.
Yeah, we're going to tighten these belts down right here, and let's have at it.
All righty, Tommy. Good luck down there, buddy.
Thank you, bud.
Uh-huh. Well, let's see if we can get a word in with the AC Delco 3, John Sterling. John Sterling, get a copy.
Yep.
John currently running in 10th. You started 10th, so really running where you started, but hey, laps are really starting to wind down here, and it's getting a little crazy out there, so to speak. But you guys are really running strong. How's that AC Delco Camaro feeling? How's that number 3 feeling? And do you have a game plan going forward?
It was fun running up front, especially me and Winbush. I don't know what happened there. Like, I went to go push him, and he just disappeared, came back in a split second, and next thing I know, he's up in the air. So that kind of lost my drafting partner for a little bit. But luckily, my teammates here caught up to me on this pit cycle, and we're just gonna we got just enough fuel to make it to the end, and we're planning on stretching it.
All righty, we'll let you get back to it, John. Good luck down there, and it ain't over, man, until the checkered flag.
Yep.
All right, well, looks like John Sterling, part of Maverick Motorsports. All right, well, Tommy Haynes going to be the driver to get him going up front. All right, pace car lights are off. We're going to be going green this time by coming to lap 70 of 90. All right, Tommy Haynes to the inside. Gary May on the outside. Ed Morris in third, followed by Darren Clement on the outside. Dalton Cowden's going to round out your top five. Oh, one more lap after they take lap 70, coming to 71. 20 more laps. Well, if you look up in the top left-hand corner, you will see it. Pace car is off. Tommy Haynes on the loud pedal, and the green flag is out. It looks like the 17 of Tommy Haynes by himself. That's going to get Ed Morris up front with Gary May and the 34 of Dalton Cowden. Well, they're going to be coming, and we're 3 wide back here. 3 wide. Oh, geez. The side drafting helping out the 17. Oh, bumper to bumper, side by side, and yes, the 3 wide. I knew we was going to have that 3 wide action. Oh, the 4! Alan Elwood. Oh, if I can catch up to him. Good save by Alan Elwood. Wow. Go back here and take a look at this save by that number 4 with 20 laps to go. Right here we see Allen on the MaxSpeedTV replay up high. Right here, contact 98, and what a save by that 4. We go back live. Ed Morris now up front, 19 to go. Yeah, what a save. Dalton Cowden up high. KC Duncan behind him. Out, Dalton Cowden's going to drop it low right in front of the 7 with 18 laps remaining. That's going to put KC Duncan on the high side along with Michael Thwaites. 98 of Jerry Glenn. The 82 of Mike Franklin. And Brandon Freeze on that high side as well. The 34 of Dalton Cowden on the low side with the 7 of Ed Morris. It looks like the 34 are going to go back up high. This is the front pack. We go back here into the field with the 66. Bobby Tetch, Justin Gann, Alan Elwood. Fantastic save by the 4. The 3 of John Sterling, Chuck Sweeting, and the 86 of Adam Eisenhower. Adam catching up to the 26. Second group, however, Nick Hunt back here by himself. Nolan Neiman and company. Nolan, Randy, Michael Mueller together. Tyler Hallman by himself. And Tommy Amassi in the 05 by himself as well. But we're going to go back up front and keep an eye on this front group, led by the 7 and the 34. The 7 of Ed Morris and the 34 of Dalton Cowden. Coming to the line. Gonna make it 15 laps to go here. Dalton Cowden coming to take 14 to go. And Morris 3 wide up front. Holy shnikes. Oh boy. Oh no. Oh, holy shnikes, still 3 wide. Oh boy. Casey Duncan in the 007 up high. Oh, they were 3 wide. Oh boy. $14 to go. Coming to the line, it's going to be 13 laps remain. Oh, it is intense. It sure is 13. Make it 12. 12 to go. Eleven to go here tonight. Oh man, what is it gonna take? Dalton Cowden, Ed Morris up front, Gary May, Michael Thwaites, Darren Clement, Tommy Haynes, and we have a caution. Brandon Freeze involved. Let's go back and take a look. Oh, we're going to be on Brandon Freeze in the number 2 on the outside, right up ahead of the 4 of our pole sitter, Alan Elwood. Oh, right here where it happened. Looks like a driver connected with the outside wall. The number 2 came up on him. Came right down into the 4 and into the 30. That sent the 30 back up into the wall, right into the 3 of John Sterling. And then the 30 making contact again with the 4. And then some contact was made between the 86 and the 26. All right, we go back live. Ed Morris up front. Dalton Cowden in second. Michael Thwaites now in third, it looks like, or fourth. They get it all lined up here. Darren Clement in fifth. Looks like Michael Mueller going to get his lap back. Going to put Michael Mueller back on the lead lap. Taking a look at the caution count here tonight. 3 cautions for 9 laps. Well, we've got 9 laps to go. 19 lead changes here tonight for the Extreme Motorsports and 99.com Sim Speed Shop Xfinity Series. The Daytona, presented by MaxSpeedTV. All right. Well, we're going to see if we'll see if anybody decides to pit. Looks like Elwood on pit road, as well as the 56 of John T. Wimbish. He's been on pit road just a little bit. Allen coming back out. David Elliott still on pit road. Well, let's see if we can get a word with Bobby Tench. Bobby Tench, got a copy?
Yeah, what's going on up there tonight?
Well, it's a going, man. Well, currently running in 12th. 8 to go. Get the green flag. It'll be about 6 to go. Man, talk about coming down to the nitty-gritty here tonight. But talk about your racing here, man.
It's actually been a little boring tonight. We've been having to stay single file here, and now we're going to race with about 8 to go.
Well, what is it going to take to get that Northern Capital 66 machine up front?
I'm thinking we're going to have to get a group going here on the high side. You're definitely not going to go anywhere on the bottom side. The bottom side's pretty well stuck. So hopefully we get going here on this outside and can just get a group up through there pushing.
Well, I noticed that you were in Maverick Motorsports here tonight.
Yeah.
You got a game plan down there or something?
Well, we're kind of working together, but right there, Tyler got caught up earlier, and then Adam and John just got caught up, so kind of stuck now.
All right.
I'm on my own here.
Well, we'll let you get back to it, Bobby. Good luck down there, buddy.
All right, we're going to the front.
All righty. Well, we'll keep an eye on that 66. All right. Well, I didn't mean to interrupt him there. Well, all right. We're gonna have 6 to go when they get the green flag. Chief. Chief 822. This ain't boring. Oh man. Ed Morris gonna get him going here with Dalton Cowden to his outside. Coming to 6 to go. They do have green-white checkers here. 3 attempts at a green-white checkered. I do want to mention that. All right. Ed Morris to the inside, Dalton on the outside, Gary May, Michael Thwaites, Darren Clement, top 5. Pace car is off. Oh, 34, thought it was going to go. And there is the green flag, and Ed Morris for prime time on the loud pedal. 6 laps remain. Better make that car wide. 34 Dalton Cowden to the outside. Michael Throw, we're wrecking. Oh, we're wrecking. Jerry Glenn, good save by the 98. What a save. Oh, Dalton Cowden, Ed Morris. Ed Morris barely going to lead that lap. Going to come. Oh, we've got a caution. Randy Perdue involved. Let's go back and take a look at what happened to Randy. Randy Perdue in the 005. Right next to the 2, side by side, 2 wide. The 2 of Brandon Freeze. Oh, contact made between the 2 and the 005. That sends the Oh, 005 hard into the outside. The 3 getting a piece of it, and the 005 getting his pilot's license on that one. Oh, man. There's a little helicopter up there. Man, what a tough break for Randy Perdue. Number 3 of John Sterling. All right. Well, we're going to go back up front here. 5 to go. Well, let's see if we can get Chuck. Chuck Sweeting, got a copy.
Yeah, I got you.
Well, Chuck, man, the winner last week at Dover. Well, you were looking to make it back-to-back here tonight, currently running in 14th. It's not over, man. Man, talk about your racing out there tonight.
It's been kind of up and down. Had a really bad pit stop when we had green flag stops. Just could not get it in the box there, but got lucky with a caution. And then thought I made it through that last wreck, but, well, not the last wreck, but the one before, and got a little contact towards the end, but got it fixed up. We'll see if we can gain some more spots before it's over with.
Well, you, of course, probably have enough to make it here, but what does it feel like in the draft out there in the Xfinity car? Is it a little different? You know, is the suck up bad? I mean, what's it like?
It's definitely different than the Cup car. It's I don't know, if you get half a second behind, it seems to take like forever to catch back up to the guy in front of you. But then once you do start catching them, then you just about run them over. So it takes a little getting used to.
All right, Chuck, we'll let you get back to it, man. I believe you guys may be under a green-white checker here. I'm not sure. You've got 3 to go. So it looks like it's going to be a green-white checkered attempt here tonight for the first one. It ain't over, man. Good luck down there, buddy.
All right, thanks, Josh.
All right, well, 3 to go. And it looks like they may be under a green and white checkered attempt. So a GWC attempt number 1 here tonight. Well, let's see if we can get another word in with somebody real quick. Dan Clement, got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, Darren, currently running in 5th, green-white checkered attempt, man, started 14th. You're running up front. How's the race going for you, and what is it going to take to get that 32 into victory lane?
I'm happy getting where I'm at, but what it would take is just really driving and pushing and possibly causing a wreck. I don't want to do that. So to take a top 5 here in Daytona tonight, I'm happy with it.
You guys, you got some teammates down there. You got the 1 to go. Let's get back to it, man. Good luck down there, buddy.
Thank you.
All right. Here we go. I rated about 110. This race is fantastic in the Xfinity cars. It's awesome. I love it. Love it. Well, it's actually going to be a green-white checkered. I don't know what the deal is with the ATVO. I've updated it, and I heard the last update they implemented it, so I guess we'll see. Alrighty, pace car off. Dalton Kelton on the loud pedal. Green flag is out. So it's still going to be 2 to go. That's saying 1 to go, but we are under a green-white checkered, so green, Dalton Cowden in the 34 on the low side, the 7 of Ed Morris on the outside. And the leaders make it around before a caution. Dalton Cowden, Ed Morris, Gary May, Michael Waits, Darren Clement, KC Duncan as they come to the line. White flag is in the air, 1 to go. Caution's off. Whatever happens, happens. Here we go. Oh, and they're wrecking behind them. A big pile up. We're going to stay up front here real quick. We'll take a look at that hopefully later on. Dalton Cowden. And they're going to go 2 wide. Who is it going to be? The 34 of Dalton Cowden wins here tonight. Congratulations to Dalton Cowden. We're going to go back and take a look at this massive wreck behind them. I believe that the 82 of Mike Franklin might have been involved in this, but they were 3 wide. Right here we see it, the 86 making contact, and right there it just upset everybody. A bunch of drivers involved in this car, in that wreck. But Dalton Cowden coming away with the win here tonight. Ed Morris in second and Gary May in third. Well, all right, we're going to step away here real quick. Get the top 3 up here for an interview. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back. MaxSpeedTV. I have caught up with the top three. We're going to start here with Gary May from Proformance. Gary May, what a race here tonight for the Xfinity Series. Well, the Sim Speed Shop Xfinity Series. Took one green, white checker, but nonetheless, awesome job. What did it take out there to keep that car clean and straight? And, of course, the tires underneath that number 10 car.
Well, we had a game plan and we stuck to it the whole race, and then we just had to have a little luck to go with it. But we just stuck to our guns and stuck with our teammates and finished where we wanted to finish.
Well, Gary, what was most important for you here tonight? Tires or fuel?
No, tires, not a big deal. I think that last stop I actually didn't take any tires. So that last stint, I ran 42 laps on them. So, taking the fuel, our strategy was the biggest thing, I think.
Well, all right, Gary. Well, man, congratulations on a third place here tonight. I mean, Daytona, anybody's race. One more race in the regular season. Kansas next week, 140 laps. What do you think about Kansas?
It's going to be a tough one. I just want to be able to help my teammates the best I can. I'm not really in position to get up there in the points, I don't think, but whatever I can do to help my teammates, and it's going to be a wild one.
All righty, Gary, thoughts, shout-outs you want to give before you go celebrate your finish here tonight?
Yes, sir. I'd like to, of course, thank Extreme 99, Extreme Motorsports 99, Sim Speed Shops, my company, AB Nation, and in my team, Proformance Motorsports.
All righty, Gary, we'll let you go celebrate, man. Get ready for next week's race at Kansas, buddy. It's going to be wild.
Yes, sir. Have a good night.
You too. All righty, we're going to go to second place. Ed Morris here. Now Ed Morris from Prime Time. Ed, man, running up front throughout the race here tonight. Man, talk about the run, the clean air, keeping that engine cool, and, of course, the teammate situation as well.
Yeah, that was a wild one, man. But perfectly executed. We got with Proformance there before the start of this race, and we practiced throughout the week a little bit and kind of talked some strategy stuff, and we just we worked together on that, and we executed the way we wanted to do our strategies, and our cars were where we wanted them to at the end of that race.
Well, you came in tonight 7th in the point standings. This is, of course, going to help you in the point standings going forward with one more race left to go in the regular season before the chase begins. What is Daytona like? It transitioned from kind of like the dusk to night. So it was a cool-off situation, although 74 degrees around that area to start out the race. Was there a lot of grip out there?
Yeah, there was. Track surprisingly had quite a bit of grip, even coming off of pit road there. Track was in a perfect condition. I don't have any complaints about the track.
All right, Ed. Well, man, what a race it was. Well, we got one more race in the regular season. We've got Kansas next week. What do you think about Kansas? And I think you guys are going to be doing about 140 laps.
Yeah, I think after tonight was a wild card, so we might be sitting pretty comfortable in the points here going into the last race of the season before the chase. So we'll be a strong contender at Kansas. Yeah, we usually are pretty good at the 1.5 miles and shorter tracks. Not too concerned. We'll get to practice in and we'll be up front and get ready to start this chase off and start strong.
All righty, Ed. We'll let you get back to it, man. Thoughts, shout-outs you want to give before you go celebrate second place here tonight?
Yeah, I'd like to thank the whole team, Primetime Motorsports, and I'd like to thank all the guys over at Proformance Motorsports as well, man. All the guys that they helped out, contributed. It worked out great. I'd like to thank all our sponsors, Carolina Gaming, Over and Beyond, Painting, all those guys that contribute and help us out throughout the season. All the admins, you guys up in the booth put on the great broadcast, and all the admins and Rick for putting on the league and stuff. We appreciate it.
All righty, yeah, well, let's get to it, man, and we'll see you next week at Kansas. Go celebrate second here tonight, buddy.
Thanks, buddy.
Uh-huh. All righty, that's going to bring us to our winner here tonight, Dalton Cowden, and I know he's ecstatic because I seen him in chat. Dalton, got a copy.
10-4, I'm here. Woo!
Well, Dalton, man, what a run here tonight. Now, as we bring up the driver bar here, you led 9 laps. Of course, you didn't lead the most laps, but nevertheless, you got the win and got the most points from getting the win. So, man, talk about the run. You started 8th, kind of, not really mid-pack, but just inside the top 10. You really didn't have to worry about tires per se. The fuel probably played more of a factor in that, but the cautions kind of came out to kind of benefit all the drivers out there. But talk about your racing, because you were the driver that was out there turning these laps.
Yeah, it was, like everybody said, it's been about strategy, and our strategy was kind of to ride with prime time there and just kind of ride at the back and let everything cycle through, at least to the first pit stop, which I think we came out second or third after everything kind of cycled through. And everything was just hanging with the teammates, hanging with prime time, just letting everything cycle out. The cautions did help with the fuel a little bit. Like I said, tires, they help on pit exit for like a green flag stop, but that's about it. But yeah, my plan was just to kind of hang with all the guys, the teammates at Performance and Prime Time, and got to where I was right there at the end, and it was a race between who we wanted to be against.
Well, talk about the kind of the teammate situation too. You had 2 different teams, Pro 4 Performance and Prime Time. Did y'all kind of come up with a name there? Say Pro Time or something?
Yeah, we were actually just talking about that right there at the end of the caution. We were talking about it being like Pro Time, Pro 4 Time, Prime Formance. We were kind of cracking some jokes there because yeah, it was super speedway is about having friends when you need them, and then kind of right there at the end, it's let's go get it. So it was great having 8-9 cars to kind of know what everybody was going to be doing around us, so we weren't having to worry about space. Like our space was our space, not having to worry about the odds of somebody making a bad choice.
Well, Dalton, man, congratulations on the win here tonight. You came in tonight, 6th in points, 4 behind Chuck Sweeting. Definitely going to help you, but one more race still yet in the regular season. Kansas, 140 laps. What's your take on Kansas?
I actually like Kansas, and with a confidence booster as Daytona is coming out here with a clean car, I like Kansas. I'm pretty good in the car, saving the stuff if we get a long run there. But yeah, Kansas is gonna be fun when we get long runs. It's gonna be about tires and strategy again.
Alrighty, Dalton. Well, congratulations yet again on your win. Thoughts, shout outs you want to give before you go celebrate, buddy?
Yeah, I wanna thank Performance. I want to thank Primetime. I want to thank AB Nation, TMP Knives, Extreme Motorsports, you at Max Speed, everybody that makes Extreme Motorsports possible. It's a great place, great league, super fun to be in, super competitive, and I got my first one. Now it's time to go get more.
All right, so you heard it right here. First and foremost, on MaxSpeedTV, Dalton's going to go back to back. So, all right, Dalton. Well, let's go celebrate, man. We'll see you next week at Kansas, buddy.
Thank you so much.
All right, let's run down through the final results here, pending any admin stuff. Dalton Cowden grabbing the win here tonight. Congratulations to Dalton for getting the win. Ed Morris going to finish in second place. Gary May in third, Michael Thwaites in fourth, Nick Hunt fifth, Tommy Haynes in sixth, Adam Eisenhower in seventh, Chuck Sweeting in eighth, Michael Mueller in ninth, Alan Elwood, our pole sitter, will still grab a top 10 here tonight. So congratulations to Alan. Nolan Neiman in 11th, Justin Gann in 12th, Darren Clement 13th, Casey Duncan 14th, John Sterling 15th, Mike Franklin 16th, Jerry Glenn 17th, Bobby Tench 18th, Brandon Freeze 19th, and Randy Perdue 20th. Tyler Hallman 21st, Tommy Massey 22nd, Bryce Senesac 23rd, David Elliott 24th, John T. Wimbish 25th, Joshua Gillian 26th, Wally Turheimer 27th, Blake Griffith 28th, Will Davis 29th, Andy Starcher at 30th or admitting, and Don Kidder also admitting here tonight. Well, the winner, and again, congratulations to Dalton Cowden. This is Max Speed TV signing off for the Sim Speed Shop Xfinity Series for Extreme Motorsports 99.com. Until next time, folks, stay safe and have a good night.